Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here in Middle-earth once again, and oh boy do I have a very special Last Alliance Battlefield today. This is actually a little alpha of the new release, like the new update that there is going to be for Last Alliance. You get a little bit of a sneak peek, those of you that watch my videos, and you're going to see the Northmen in battle here for a change, and it's a really cool faction. I mean, if you think there's like a lack of cav in like Last Alliance, oh boy, there is plenty in this one. So yeah, the Northmen, there are people who like belong obviously in the Third Age. They come from like their people basically become the Rohirrim, Men of Dale, Men of Dorwinion, Woodmen, like the Anduin Vale, Bjornings. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people that these guys sort of like derive from. Or like, well, not these people, like derived from the Northmen, really, you should say. But yeah, this is a faction. It's the Duchy of Irfolk, I believe is like going to be one of the campaign factions. But I think that's going to change, and they're going to have like another, just call them the Northmen or something like that. I may be wrong, or may have got that mixed up. But yeah, in this game, there is plenty of cav. I mean, like, there's a lot of factions in this game that lack cav. Yeah, it's going to be a lot in this one, that is for sure. And we're going to go over a fair few of the units. They haven't got unit cards or anything like that yet. It's still very early on. Is this like development on the Northmen? But I'm really excited to show this one off. If you want to see more of this sort of like content, more like early access stuff, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help. Your support helps me get sort of like coverage of these like of early access for mods like Dawnless Days, 1212, and Last Alliance. Now I'm getting a lot more stuff for that, which is great. But yeah. We'll have a quick look at some of these units quickly. So we'll keep on slow-mo, in fact, actually, like we were. We've got Northman Company archers out here. These are all... So we've got horse archers here, which is great to see. They actually look quite armored, you know. Yeah, like most of the horses here look really armored. And they also have swords. So it seems like they're going to be pretty good in melee, hopefully. I haven't had a look at the stats yet. I'm going to do a faction overview of them once they're released officially. Because then we'll have everything. Because I don't know if we've got necessarily every unit as well at this point. And there's no heroes, which is another big thing at the moment. There's no unique heroes, which I really like that they have in Last Alliance. Every faction has their own heroes. But yeah, Northman Company archers, they look okay. I have a feeling that quite a lot of these factions are going to look quite similar. I think these are mostly the top tier units that we can see at the moment as well. Because I do recognize this helmet. And this helmet, I believe, is quite typical of the top tier units here. We've got Northman Company Lancers behind. So yeah, these units look very much like Rohirrim. I wonder if we're going to get more units that look a bit more like Dalian troops or Dorwinian troops. I don't know if we will. But yeah, certainly these guys looking very Rohirric, you could say. But yeah, the Lancers look pretty similar just with the lance. Then what we've got more Company Lancers. And then we've got, this is a lower tier unit. This is City Muster. So actually I guess there is some lower tier stuff here. But you can tell from the helmet, much different sort of style. But they do look really cool as well. I really do like the look of these guys. And they've got like a nice circular shield going on with their emblem there, the horses on it, just to remind you that they are related and descendant, well, predecessors of the Rohirrim. That's the word I'm looking for. We've got Northman Fjord Riders, so a cheaper sort of unit, but I imagine pretty quick, pretty quick moving. They look pretty nice. I do like the look of them. And then what we got there, Northman Company Marshals. So this is going to be like your unit if you decide not to bring a like custom general. This is like, I presume, your general unit that you'll be able to bring. Looks really nice. I mean, like the details on these helmets. So we'll just get like a zoom. Like, they're amazing. Like the models are amazing. They, like the devs do a great job. They really do. And you've got like the details as well, like the horses. Like, oh, just as they all turn. I was about to just zoom in, but they're running away instead. But yeah, Northman Company Marshal looks pretty good. More Lancers on this side. City Muster, Fjord Riders. I have a feeling that we've covered most of the units that are here today. They're not all of them, like I said, but there's Mustard Archers down there as well, actually. So we'll see if we can get them. But otherwise, we've got everything. Northman Land Muster Archers. So yeah, they're okay. We'll see if they can come into the light a little bit more. Come out of the darkness, men. Men of the North. But yeah, a cool little faction. Do like the look of these guys. And yeah, they actually, yeah, here they go. They're getting their bows out now. I'll go back to normal speed. Oh. There we go. We're back to normal speed. Looking pretty damn awesome. I don't know if we've got, seems like we've got like really like Shogun music. I don't know. Maybe we've always had Shogun music. I can't really remember, but it's very evidently Shogun music today. But yes, that is, they're now dueling, and they are facing Harad today, which is a pretty good, like, faction combat. the men of the north, because they can bring a lot of cav themselves. I feel like this is going to be a lot more expensive, but yeah, they're okay. They've got archers here. There's serpent archers. Hopefully we'll be able to trade pretty well with cav. Like, it's a good total war strategy. You use archers to challenge horse archers, because you have more of them in the number, and they're usually more accurate. But here we go. We're going to get a charge here from the lancers. They're going in, and they've just slammed into that unit there. They actually, most of the units retreated, I think, because the cavalry's on the way. Yeah, the serpent lancers have arrived, and it seems like they did counter their decision and did in fact retreat. But they're now going to go in, and here we go. The first cav fight taking place on this side over here. My gosh, oh my gosh, the camera shakes quite a lot. So the cavalry going in is quite chaotic. But then we've got serpent spears going in. That's a pretty good move for them there. Over on this side, not much in the way of engagement going on, just a lot of skirmishing. So we'll go back over to the other side for now. These company archers, they seem fairly well armored. If they could get some rear charges and stuff like that, that'd be really good. But you can see here, they are actually retreating. It does seem like those lancers are overwhelming the cav at the moment. But yeah, this is a multiplayer battle that the devs sent in and said, check this out. Go and check out the new faction. Show it off to your subs. And I'm definitely all down to show this off. This looks good. We've got some city muster and some more company lancers on the way. And some fjord riders as well. And actually, you can now see that the Harajim are the ones that are retreating, and they're the ones in fact breaking, or nearly breaking anyway. Horse archers being a constant pest. Did they bring any cataphracts? Their general will be a cataphract unit in Hazard, but that is it. They didn't bring any like heavy cataphracts, just serpent lancers, which is probably a good idea. Cataphracts be nasty, but can certainly get paced by the much faster Northman cav here, which is just charging into some spears, and that's certainly not healthy. Yeah, certainly the horse archers, I'd be shooting down their cav, trying to kill their cav. And then after that, you kind of got like, you've got a Harajim at your mercy, really. Certainly have weakened the cavalry on this right flank here really nicely. Seems like Harad as well was going to make a push down the center. It's certainly going to be difficult to challenge the Northmen. If they're going to see all cav armies like this, it's certainly going to be really tough. Just shooting these serpent fences in the back, yeah, that's not going to go too well. So yeah, I mean, get these archers turned around. Horrors of the Desert, really good unit to have to combat the Duchy of Eardfolk. I'm going to say is how you pronounce it, but I'm probably wrong. Because they are both a bow and a spear and shielded units. They're actually a really good hybrid unit. But yeah, so we're just going to see whether anything else happens. I don't know if it will, necessarily. It seems like Harad's doing a pretty good job keeping himself pretty tight. I feel like the Northmen are going to have to just commit and try and risk a cavalry unit to try and almost force Harad out of this defensive formation. Here we go. It looks like we're going to see some committing here. The Northmen going into Horrors of the Desert as well, nonetheless. This is a pretty nasty one to go after, like we said. Heavily armored, got the spear and the shield. Seems like it's gone pretty well, though. Oh, no, these are serpent spears. Okay, I thought they had bows as well, but they didn't. Yeah, the serpent spears and the archers. Yeah, this is good targets. Well, the spears not so much, but the archers, definitely. Though it looks like they... I don't know, combat even. Yeah, the archers are breaking. No surprise there. That's a big win. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of cav now being committed, in fact. We've got serpent lancers breaking. Yeah, lots of cavalry here going in. The centers all being committed. Along with the left eye is a lot of cav. And they're going to just hammer and anvil. It seems like they're not worried about taking some losses here. From cavalry, yeah. I mean, they did okay in that scenario there. Didn't do too bad. I'd be charging these serpent fences head on. They don't seem like they can take too much in the way of hits. They look fairly light. They don't have a shield, these guys. So, I mean, they can't take... Well, they actually have a small one. I didn't think they even had a small one. But yeah, these guys definitely look like they could be taken out easily. But yeah, if you want to send in some of your own Last Alliance battles or take part in some, I would certainly like to try and get some multiplayer battles going, especially when unique maps and stuff arrive. I'd like to get them going. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, the link is down below in the description. You're more than welcome to join. And even if you don't want to get involved in Last Alliance, but other Total War, you're still more than welcome to join. Oh yeah, these spearmen are getting hit hard. I feel like spears in this game, archers are generally in Shogun, are just lethal. So I mean, even if you got a shielded unit, you take a fair amount of damage. I hope these like cavalry, these horse archers have got like okay actually, but nothing insane. I don't want to repeat of like the Imladris horse archers from Dawnless Days, which is just horrific to deal with. Because like you're shooting from a horse, like unless you're maybe I guess the difference is they're an elf. I guess they're just perfect at everything. But yeah, horse archers, they should be like accurate, but not insanely accurate. Like, you are still riding on a horse at the end of the day. Cav, though, anyway, looking pretty rough here for Harad. We're just going to fast forward a bit while we see if the Northmen are obviously going to be the aggressors in this one. They have to take the battle to Harad, try and do some damage here, but see whether they get actually any work done. But yeah, let me know in the comments as well, what's your favorite sort of faction so far in Last Alliance? Are you like a fan of Numenor, fan of the elves, or the dwarves? Or maybe you're a strange person and a fan of Bree. I don't know. To be fair, Bree's still a cool faction. I wouldn't put it past people liking it. They're a very cool faction. I think that was, yeah, archers that rallied that just got killed off there. So, good use of your time. Just kill off the stragglers. I personally think, just attack from all fronts. You could probably wipe out a lot of this army. There are a lot of spears, but you could definitely take out a fair few of these fencers and archers. And once you take them out in the cav, then it's just a matter of time to just chain route. I'd also be trying to focus this general down. At least try, you know, you've got to try and help yourself in some way. Try and kill this general off. And the spears and stuff like that will break much quicker. Much more effective way to kill it. Bit cheesy, a bit cheeky, but it works. And when you got all these horse archers, it's you can just use them mercilessly on like the enemy. Like, I mean, they're doing it right now on these archers, which is a pretty good use. Like, kill off these archers because they can hurt your horse archers, but I mean, these guys are pretty vulnerable to like just generally cavalry, so it's not like the end of the world if you can't kill them with your horse archers. And it also seems like these guys are outgunned anyway. I mean, the horse archers here, they're dying, I guess, but not that quickly. He's also killing he's also killing the cheaper ones first. I'd be trying to kill those really, where are they? Northman Company archers, yeah. The elite, more elite ones. Not these muster cav. Harad now going to go through the forest. His cav is not hidden, but so he's very much aware that it's there. I'd now be making attacks on this side. If Harad shifts his cav all one way, your cavalry on the other side as the Northman needs to be aggressive. Like, these guys need to be pushing in, going after like horrors of the desert, fences, whatever. I mean, we are seeing a charge here actually, and they're going to hit these fences. This is going to hurt, and this is exactly what I'm meaning. Like, they need to hit where the cavalry is not. They just flatten that unit. My gosh, they flatten that unit. And the Northmen are in there again. Incredible. Really nice. That's going to break that fence for sure. Look at that. Losing decisive morale is, yeah, red. They're wavering. They should break. If you get a good volley on these guys. I mean, the spears as well aren't looking too healthy. 102. Serpent spears. I mean, yeah, the serpent spears is chasing them as well. That's bold. I would not chase them. A simple hammer and anvil and that would kill off them. Fire ammo being used. It looks cool, but it's not necessarily effective or accurate. I wouldn't be using it if I didn't have to. Again, now the cavalry's all shifted back this way. Could the horse archers be aggressive now? Charge these horrors of the desert. They're setting up. I charge these guys. Setting up on this hill. Gonna just duel with the horse archers. I mean, they're taking a fair few losses. 160 it started with, down to like 80 and 60. The cab, just make sure you don't bunch up as well. Make yourself an easy target. Look at all this cab though. This is a lot of horse archers here. I feel like they're going to be like the Parthia of Last Alliance, really. They are going to be an absolute pain. And you thought Harad was going to be that with all their cavalry. Seems like the Northmen are going to challenge that throne, that title. They are taking out a lot of this cav actually now. The horse archers are getting pretty weak. Again, the cav shifts back across. Got to be aggressive on multiple fronts, and the cav then has a decision to go. Does it split, or does it go just one way and try and wipe everything out one way and sacrifice the other side? Spears here just like forming a nice little formation. It just looked good, to be fair. Serpent fences in the center. I guess a counter charge. Horrors of the desert. I charge the horrors. I feel like if they got their bows out, they can't get their spears and shields out quickly enough. You can at least get a decent charge off on them. Yeah, they're just chasing everything. And now like gaps are appearing. When they chase like this, you need to be close enough to make an impact. But anyway, we'll go back to fast forwarding. Wait for a charge or something. It seems like the Northman player playing quite, not passive. Oh, here we go. Charge coming now. Not passive, but just like, I don't know, a bit unsure of how to break this defense down. Maybe doesn't play all cav very often. Who knows? Cavalry just charged head-on into spears there. Combat even. Didn't seem to do atrocious amount of damage to the cav. But didn't also do atrocious amount of damage to the spears. And that's a better one, I feel. Like that thin red line of Haradrim is just about holding. I mean, every charge makes it a little bit weaker. Ooh, I don't know, 70. That's pretty bad. Again, though, like I said, Horrors of the Desert, that's the weak spot. Charging here. They're not in sheer wall to start with. Company archers, yeah, they're going to go in. Maybe they're out of ammo. Oh, yeah, here they go. Oh, they changed their mind. They got their spears out to counter charge. Really nicely done there by the Northland player. Very aware. I mean, if you took the... I think also just take the cav out. Just take... That's also a valid choice, I think, for the Northmen. Just take the cav out because it includes the general. Harad, I can't imagine has great morale once the general's dead. And you could keep the rest of like the Haradrim army tied down by just all this cavalry looking at them. So you got to just bait this cavalry out far enough that you think, oh, what? Well, this is an easy win. I'd be interested to see whether like a cataphract beats a Northman company marshal, like their best cavalry beats a cataphract. I mean, if they're both healthy, that is. It's got to be, they're both going to be healthy to be a fair competition. Because I imagine initially the impact the cataphracts win, but prolonged melee, I don't know. But then at the same time, I mean, they're pretty. I think they're down as they're down as melee cav. They've got a sword next to their horse emblem, but yeah, then they have spears. So yeah, I have a feeling that initially the cataphracts will do really well, and then the Northmen will win that fight. But we'll have to see. Maybe that's a what I'll have to do for like when I do the faction showcase, and we often do like a little battle at the beginning. Maybe I'll do Harad, and we'll have cataphracts going up against Northmen and do like an all cav battle. That'll be pretty fun actually. Something a little different. Oh, I'm already looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. But then again, actually, can't be all cav because we have to show off units, and I'm pretty sure the Northmen are going to have plenty of infantry units to show off as well. Yeah, Horrors of the Desert, they're just dueling again. They're going to keep gunning to town. And also, archers have more ammo. That's another reason why, like, they're a really good counter to horse archers. Like, they can take that fight for much longer than the horse archers can. Horse archers have a decent amount of ammunition, but never usually as much as an infantryman because, well, you don't have as many places to store it, I guess, or big enough quiver. I'm not sure, really. I thought you could attach additional quivers to your horse, really. If anything, you probably can have potential for more ammo than a normal archer. I don't know. That's one I've never thought about that. As you can see on the map here, I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's not a bad idea. If you had some more cavalry here, though, and you just need to kind of almost surround them, so to try and bait the cav out. But really, yeah, shooting that cavalry would be. If they've got any ammo left, just shoot this cavalry. You can see that Harad, though, is trying to keep it away from the horse archers. He's doing his utmost best. Looks like the cavalry, the lance is going to come in once again. Balance power is very even, by the way. I think that's just down to numbers. Numbers versus cav. I don't know how much cav influences balance power in Shogun, but it certainly does in Attila. Oh, they're going to go in, surely. Northmen, yeah, they're not slowing down. Yeah, I don't know. It was an okay charge. It wasn't a bad charge at all, actually. Yeah, losing decisively. Actually, they did very well out of that. Charging those Horrors of the Desert. And see, I feel like if you had a secondary charge ready, like charging with so many units, and then when they like break off like this and are out of formation, the second charge might do even more damage. You never know. Like the horse archers here coming forwards because they have not gone for a charge. They're going in now. Look at them, the hordes of them. Look like they're going to go up these Horrors of the Desert here and lose formation. Could be a pretty easy a pretty good target. Don't know about easy maybe, but here we go. We're going to see. There's knocked down that unit. That was really nice. Oh, they're breaking horse archers though. Finally, the first Northman unit to break. I think that was the muster horse archer unit. The cav's now a bit more separated everywhere. We've got serpent lances here.
Shameful display.
Shameful displays going on. I think that's just men breaking, which be honest, it's just the first one for the Northmen. It's pretty good. They've broken quite a lot of Haradrim at this point. But it is getting to the nitty-gritty of what do you sacrifice now to try and get a victory. They're now engaged with Nazar, which in my opinion, that's a prime target. I'd be trying to take Nazar out, and then after that, I'd worry about everything else. Take out this Cav, and then you can just run rings around the Haradrim. And there you go, Nazar. He's still healthy, actually. Not lost a man in that combat. So maybe the best way to take him out is with horse archers. Oh, they charged. That was an established shield wall there by the Horrors of the Desert, I feel. But the Northmen persist. Horses right. Look at that. You can get a nice little close-up with the horse's ears. Oh my gosh, yeah, these company archers are relentless. Combat even though. Oh, they're not even Horrors of the Desert. I keep getting them mixed up. Serpent Spears. Horrors have got a bit more of a look to them. I feel like the problem is they're just charging in like one massive blob of horsemen. Looks cool, not very effective. You need to attack as many targets as possible. Northmen going in here though against looks like Nazar again, and also like the Serpent Lancers. Yeah, the Great Shah, isn't he like Great Shah Guard or something it's called? It's a pretty good unit. It's hard to kill, that's for sure. He's down to 58 now. Bait him out, that's all you gotta do, bait the cavalry out. But they're going all this infantry and sword support, so it is tough. And the archers over on his side here have still got plenty of ammo, so they're bombarding this cav here. It's close. Balance power seems like it's going in favor of Harad, I think. So I'm surprised, but fair enough. Harad looks pretty low on the ground for men, but I mean the Northmen have seen better days as well. They do look good. Harad, you know what? Still a solid looking faction. They're all great, to be fair. Put a lot of effort into them. I wonder whether, like, they'll go back. I'm not saying they need to, but I wonder whether, like, Dawnless Days have gone back and, like, redone factions. I wonder whether they'll do the same with, like, earlier ones. Whether they think they could improve on them. Some people are like that. I'd be interested. I think Harad's pretty good. I don't know. Sometimes maybe lacks some of the details that maybe, like, some of the newer factions got on their armor. But apart from that, they look really nice still. That was, yeah, not a good charge of the Northmen again, really. Like, those spears were ready and waiting for the cav. Yeah, they're starting to kill this cav much quicker now. The armor and the HP is just gone. Oh, they look like so good. This, like, company lancers. Oh, they just, like, look great. They really do. The Screamer, hear him. A cool thing to add as well, I don't know if it's possible, is to add like scenario, like historical battles for the mod. I think that would be a very cool thing to add. Something that's set it apart from many other mods for Total War. I encourage the same for like every like main big overhaul mod. 12-12 for Dawn's Days, for Last Lines. I think if they could all do it, it'd be such a cool thing to add. And then because you could set like what units you wanted to have, what factions. Make it pretty difficult. Be cool. Oh, we're starting to see a lot of breaking units though here now. Serpent Spears, not looking good. Is Nazar still alive? Oh, he is. He's kicking about 58 men left. He's healthy. I don't know if the general's been committed. Oh, he has. I was about to say, has the general for Northmen been committed? He's been used a little bit. He's got like 30 men dead. The company marshal. He's in there doing his bit. They are wavering a lot of these spears though, and that is not a good sign, because as soon they have now more cover to more ground to cover, do the Haradrim, or they just tie in that circle. It's one or the other. It's close though, but the Northmen are running out of cav here. This Northman company archer really needs to go in, silence those Horrors of the Desert. The Lancers here getting caught. They need to be careful, and company archers as well. Fjord Riders about to disappear. I mean, this cav's run a little too far away, in my opinion. I have a feeling it was a frantic right click. They need to get a little closer. They need to get back over here. Because the cav's just, like, being stretched everywhere at the moment for Harad. If they can do this quite nicely. Oh, where's Nazar? Oh, there he is. And they got rid of that company archer effectively. Really nice. And yeah, Northmen not looking so great now. They've got a lot of weakened units, not many healthy ones. I mean, 52, 70, 71. There's some healthy lance units, not many. More cav over here as well. City muster. Reinforcing, bolstering this flank here. It's not a bad idea. Looks like they're going to go back in though. And in they go. Let's turn it around, get the brighter side. I like it. The camera shakes so much because there's so much cavalry involved. This cavalry duel only goes one way every single time though, because the Northmen have no infantry. So they can't support. You need to sort that out. That's why you don't bring an all cav army is okay, but it does run some risks, especially when you run into horse archers. That was a really, into spears. That was a really nice charge there though by the company's spears. They just broke through that line. That was, muy caliente. Yeah, the armor on the horses looks great as well. It really does. And the Tsar, again, is like running from one side to the other, but it seems like they're doing a good job. The pullout is costing, like, the Northmen a lot of cav here. And this one just, I feel like, kind of pulled through the spirit a little bit. It needs to be careful. You don't want to go too deep, because that's how you lose a lot of men. The general on this side here is now making another charge. I think it's just relentlessly charging spears here. And it's like 3 units doing it. I feel like the 1 unit charge it, yeah. Could the others not just try and surround, get into archers? Because all I feel like they're doing is just making themselves an easy target. Like, they got a lot of cav. If they just, like, had all 6, 7 cav units attack different points, different things. And the Tsar's going to have to sacrifice something to kill something else. Lancers down here, they're beating these, they're winning decisively. They're beating the horrors of the desert. Also, obviously, the key of being all cav is just be super aggressive, which they've relatively been. We should just rush. Just rush hard and just don't allow hard to set up. Those horrors of the desert broke. Serpent spears look like they might go as well, losing decisively. The cavs over back on this side. Like this, like now they just need to charge in with the marshal. Just go in, just try and kill these horrors of the desert. Or just rear charge other stuff. Be a pain. Be a nuisance. Here we go. City muster. Oh, kind of got flattened with that cavalry. Oh, not the cavalry, the infantry there. Yeah, the cavalry did an excellent job again. Morale not looking good. Oh, here goes Nazar, though. He's going to try and encircle all this remaining cavalry. That was nearly a nice little move. Going to just encircle the cavalry between his infantry and the and his remaining cav. He's doing a pretty decent job. He seems to be catching a lot of these Northman cav as well. But again, he doesn't commit too far. He knows that he could lose his general. It's certainly very tense. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are. It's certainly a very different sort of battle. A longer last alliance battle than I think we've had in a long time. And it seems like now the Northern Cavs all going to be one big blob, which makes it much easier for Harad. Like I was saying, like, they are small units, but they got to stretch this cavalry, and they find an opening that they can, like, take advantage of, because, like, I don't know, one cavalry attacks here, one attacks the back, one or two attack over here. You can then swing in on the scent, like, straight down the middle here, and just with the remaining cav unit, get in, try and do some hammer and anvils. So that's the best way to kill stuff in Shogun, I feel. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward, see whether anything else happens. The Northmen seem to be taking a down mode, like just having some downtime, you know, licking their wounds. It's not a bad idea. They are, well, they're active. They're not like tired or anything like that. Well, winded, fresh. Yeah, get them all back to like sort of fresh. That's what I try and do before making another attempt. Helps with morale. Also helps with like movement, getting around. Another thing to also test, along with like 1v1, would also be speed. I guess you could look at stats for that, but I feel like the Northmen their cav seems to outpace the Serpent Lancers, which would make sense. They, I mean, their cavalry, like the Rohirrim, are some of the best riders in Middle Earth, so that totally made sense. I'm also trying to remember what like battle the Rohan, or they become Rohan, like help Gondor. I forgot what it is. Is it Fornost or something like that? It's not Fornost. I can't remember. It's relatively famous when they help rout a load of Wain Riders and Eastlings. Oh, Archer's here, still with ammo. Amazingly. Oh, here we go though. The player is listening to me. They've got all their cavalry in 3 different positions. Again, trying to stretch off of somewhere. I mean, like you can see here, Nazar is now retreating to the center. He's worried about getting surrounded. Marshal on this side here, looking for a little crack in the line. They don't want to come get too close to each other, because otherwise, again, it defeats the point. The idea is to just say there's 3 separate entities and be a nuisance. No, I was gonna say that's not Serpent Lancers. This is Nazar. I was gonna say they look far too heavy for Serpent Lancers. Again, just gonna fast forward. Maybe I'll even make a cut. I don't know. Didn't think it'd be this long, but it is a relatively long battle. I guess the Northmen kind of just ran out of options, ideas of what to do, and just kind of like, I'm just gonna wait for the Haradrim now to come in. I mean, maybe they'll also just waiting for the run out of ammo. It's not happening. Cav comes in and he hits that shield wall really easy. It's just like there's nothing. I mean, I just wouldn't charge the spear wall. Just charge any, like, there's gaps between their like defenses. Just go through the gaps. If they break shield wall to come and chase you down, fine. They broke their shield wall. Again, the cav retreats, and they're getting Nazar's trying to just counter wherever he goes. These are fences. This is going to be one of the last units of fences that's being used. They didn't do too bad. Carry here going to break. Company Lancers are going. What are they going at? A low amount, for sure that is. We've got fire has been committed. And here comes this Haradrim Cav. I mean, Harad's done a really good job just keeping the Cav in the game. Like, getting it to this stage. Other players would just let it be sacrificed, thrown away. And this is Serpent Spears again. I haven't seen the Horrors of the Desert, I feel like, in a while. I was just checking. I was needing to double check to see whether they're hybrids, but yeah, they are. I was so confused for a moment. I was like, are they hybrids? Well, have I just made that up? Have I imagined it? But no, they are. It's because the Horrors of the Desert and the Serpent Spears look very similar. I was about to say Serpent Horrors, and that is just a merge of the two. So we're going to fast forward again. The Northmen just going to keep on charging. We'll just keep it fast forward for a little bit. The Northmen charging. Oh, they are breaking stuff, you know. Oh, no. Oh, no. A lot broke there. Oh, I think this is done for... I think this is GG for the Northmen. Well, let's go back to normal speed. I did not realize... Wow, I think they just got exhausted and army losses, maybe. This is the company marshal in here, but yeah. Wow. So Harad has done a really good job countering these Northmen.
Our general has been injured, my lord.
Oh, the general's injured. And then that will be the battle. The Northmen here are going to lose their first battle featured on the channel. And there you go. That is the battle. The Haradrim did come out on top, and they did pretty well. You know, a costly victory, but they did a very good job. We'll end the battle and have a quick look at the end results. There's a lot of dead bodies, a lot of dead horses as well. So yeah, we'll have a quick look at the end results, see who did well. I imagine the Cav did pretty solid, to be honest. And I imagine the Horrors of the Desert probably maybe the MVPs for Harad. I mean the Cav I imagine for Harad as well will have counted relatively well. We'll see. Spears as well. I mean the spears, they kept charging into them. So maybe everyone did really well. Who knows? But yes, this is coming out just a few days after Rings of Power ended their fight, like the first season. I don't know what you guys thought on it, but I quite enjoyed like the end reveal. I thought it was really good. But yeah, this was sent by Sarah, who was playing as, I believe, was playing as Harad, because yeah, got Prince Marshal Jawar the Grim, who was playing as Northman, did kill more than he actually committed to the battle, so that's good. But did lose a lot, only 200 Northmen surviving. So unit stats. The most kills, Horrors of the Desert, no surprise there, 213. I mean, a bow and a spear hybrid unit was going to do well against horse archers and just generally a horse faction. Serpent Spears getting 131. Lancers 74, so not as good as I thought, but yeah, they did okay. Nazar getting 51 kills. Then we've got, yeah, you can see no unit cards just yet. Northman Company Marshal wasn't committed immediately, but got the most kills. 216, 202 for the Lancers. Archers, their best one, getting 148. City Muster getting 119. Company Archers, no, Land Muster Archers, they're getting 83. And then the Fjord Riders, 78. So yeah, not bad at there at all for a first outing for the Northmen. But that is going to be the new faction that is added to the Last Alliance mod. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the faction overview. That will probably be in the next few weeks when the Northmen are released. But I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys on the battlefield a little bit more. And, you know, spicing up that cavalry action that we are kind of lacking in this mod. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.